also just a link to the tutorials, which might be useful, particularly 2 tutorials, 2 short videos in particular. And then there is the participants contribution tab, which I strongly encourage you to use. I'm trying to click on it, which is you can post comments and questions related to the session of today. And actually from Khalil, we had a question which was specific, and we managed to reply almost in real time. So you have the response, the reply on the inquiry. So just use it, please. Today we are going to split the participants. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Are we 9? Yes, 9 people. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 people in 2 groups. Maybe we might do a group of 4 and a group of 5. And I would like to have maybe you, Ata, with me in my group, because I am the coach for non-technical team. So we're gonna split in 2 groups, and we're gonna see step by step how we can engage in the site planning process as such. So this is basically it. Before continuing, we would like to ask you whether there is anything you would like to ask regarding the previous sessions. If you have any question, anything that you would like to share with us, you are very welcome.
Maybe I have the general question about the material which is online for the tutorials and the videos. How long will it be available online for the YouTube tutorials and the registered recorded sessions?
It will be online for quite a lot. There is no deadline actually, and so if by any chance we will have to transfer some files, like the reading materials, we will do in a way that it will be still available for you, but for at least I would say definitely 1 month after the end of the training. So if you are interested to download some of the data, you can do it right now, whatever you like. And Andrea, correct me whether I'm wrong, for the video in YouTube, they will be there for forever. You are mute. You are mute.
For the tutorial hosted in my YouTube channel, they will be there as long as there is YouTube. And so I don't have the idea to cancel them. So take your time. And they will be added. So if you are actually subscribing the channel, you will be noted when I add other tutorial in the same matter.
Okay, thank you.
Excellent. So basically, now we can, I say we can start, Andrea. If you have the control, you might decide to split the group into 4. Since, if you don't mind, give me for sure, Ata. I hope I'm pronouncing your name properly.
Actually, this is the organization name. My name is Mohammed.
Ah, sorry, Mohammed, my mistake. Because I'm looking at the screen and I see Ata. I was assuming it was your name. Sorry, Mohammed, and that's okay.
For me, I am a mechanical engineer, so my background in GIS software is not too much. So I can join you as well.
Okay, you will be with me as well, Mahmoud, and then perhaps the other 2, I leave it to you. Basically. Okay, just today we're gonna have 2 sessions of 45 minutes each, with a break in the middle, and the break will be just for rest a little bit, also to comment all together the first part of the session. I think we can start. You can set, Andrea, 45 minutes for each classroom, and we can go.
Yes, I will split now the 2 classrooms if there is no comments. And then Giorgio will explain the exercise, and myself, I will also explain the exercise. no comments, I can go and split manually in 2 rooms. Create. Okay, assign. Allora, assign. Allora, Atta is with Giorgio and Mohammed and Kader. Kader with Giorgio. Giorgio. Okay, these are yours.
Okay.
And the rest are mine. Okay, open.
Now, Andrea, can you hold on a little bit?
Yes.
1 second. So let's do in this way. I suggest to do in this way, since we are not that many. Andrea, if you don't mind, just leave me deal with Mohammed Atta and Mahmoud, which are the only not too technical.
Okay, you have Mahmoud, you have Mohammed, and the rest for me.
Yeah, I think
you have 2 persons.
I have just only 2 people, which is, if it's okay with you, Andrea, because
No
I'm thinking
problem.
so we can start to think about the a little bit of the assignment, and I have also the time to speak with these 2 guys a little bit more. Probably our part will be kind of less technical, but the worries, you will receive the whole information, so we don't slow down the learning process of the others, which might be very, very focused on these softwares. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Oh, there is one new person. Then Mohammed Vaizi is also coming. I have to add him now.
Okay. Let me hold on a second.
Yes.
Welcome, Mohammed Wahizi. Can you hear us?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay, excellent. Sorry for asking you immediately about you. You have a technical background, do you?
Yes, of course, because I am civil engineer.
Okay. Ciao, welcome. Okay, welcome. So in that case, I suggest that all of these guys will be on you, and I will take the kind of non-technical, not site planning related skills people. Is that okay, Andrea?
Yeah, I mean, we are many now in my group, but fine. No
okay.
Hi, can I interrupt you?
Yes, please, Rawan.
There's some people sending in the group chat about they're not technical, but I'm not sure if you can see the chat box.
Yes, thank you, Rawan.
Vazin.
Okay.
Mohammed Vaizi. No, not Vazin. Yazin. What is it? Okay, I send it to you. Okay, yeah. You have also Mohammed Yazin, who else is not technical. I'm not technicians. Mozin Hal Hamdosh. Moses, okay, you have another one. Now it looks better for me.
Okay.
Let me see. I am new also. What does it mean new? Faisal.
What does it mean?
Hi.
Oh.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Hi, I'm Faisal from Imdad NGO. I missed the last 2 sessions. I'm sorry for that, but I will take care to watch it in this weekend. I'm a civil engineer.
Okay, fine. So you are going to be with me, Faisal. Faisal, yes, you are there.
So please, can you please describe more what is the difference between the 2 sessions? Because, for example, for me, I'm a mechanical engineer. I'm working in AutoCAD. I'm used for some softwares, but for example, for GIS and for Global Mapper, I'm not used to deal with them. So if you can explain more, so I can suggest to
yes, that's fine. If you are good in AutoCAD, then you are going to be in group 2. If you don't, if you are not used on any drawing software, then you go with George in room 1.
No, I'm used to use AutoCAD, and but for these softwares, I'm interpreting you. Yeah.
So I bring you back to my group.
Okay, thank you.
Fine. Now we are 9 persons. 1, 2, 3. I missed 2 persons in the group. Who is not assigned in the group? Who? Allora, Mustafa Dubin, you are in my group. Atta in Giorgio. Aisha, Ayam is with me. Faisal,
yes, I am.
Faisal is with me. Mahmoud Kader is missing. Why you are not anywhere? Strange. Mahmoud, why you are not in any group?
In which group? I registered for this group and I received the confirmation.
No, that's fine, but you are not in my group. You should be in my group. I don't know how to put you in my group.
Okay.
You know what? I recreated the group. I recreate. Allora, please assign Atta with Giorgio. And then I am technicians or not technicians? I am.
Yes, I'm technical. I am.
Faisal, technical or not technical?
Yes, but I'm not sure if I have enough knowledge about this, so I don't know which.
But do you know how to use AutoCAD?
Yes, basically.
Fine. Giorgio, fine. Mahmoud Kader is non-technician. Ahmed Vaizi, technician.
Again, please, for Mahmoud Kader, you mentioned that you are going to join me with a technician because I'm using AutoCAD.
Okay, with me. Moses Alamdosh. Joseph. Moses Alamdosh, technicians or not technicians?
Yes, I'm mechanical engineer, so I'm not technical.
Okay. Mohammed Jasin.
Yeah, I am non-technical. Non-technical.
Non-technical. Mustafa Dalbahan. Mustafa. Mustafa, are you technicians or not technicians?
Maybe I can ask him in Arabic. سيد مصطفى بتوقع أنت ما هو موجود ولا لا؟
He wrote in the chat he is technical.
Technical. And Rawan, I'll read. Rawan, the last one. Rawan?
Yes, can you hear me?
Can you draw with AutoCAD or not?
Yeah, I'm technical. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, yes. Perfect. That's fine. Okay. I think only Giorgio is missing now. Move to why you are missing. Okay, okay, Giorgio is missing. Giorgio assigned to 1. Okay, now it's fine, I think.
Okay, thank you.
Now it's fine. Okay, here we are. Perfect. Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? I am alone in the group. Oh, shit. Yes. That's why participant. Now I can, how can I go in the group? Okay. And now I'm here. I forgot myself. Are you? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
Fine, now I just forgot my cell phone in the group. I'm sorry. Everything is new here. And that's why we have some trouble. Okay, now it's good. Now I will share my screen. Okay, good. I hope you can see my screen now. Yes, you can share. You can see the screen probably, right?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, fine. Let's take out the picture. Now the exercise is following today. We have received from our team on the field a perimeter of one site that has been identified. The perimeter has been, not a question, sorry, it's resources. Here. The perimeter is a classical Google Earth KMZ file that can be opened in any Google Earth. I open it, Google Earth. This one, you can find it in the Padlet if you want, but I have it already downloaded. 1 second. Okay. And the team on the field in Syria told us that this is a site that has been identified with the local authority, that is fine. They walk around with the owner of the field, that's it. And we can develop it, and they propose it as a possible site for IDP. And they ask us to develop it. But the only thing that we receive from him is the boundary. And we are now in Gaziantep or in Jordan, and we have to write a report about that. We have to propose to the donor, to the shelter cluster, our layout, and but we are not on the field. Our colleagues on the field describe the situation. They say it's rather a small hill and a culture land, and in the middle there is a mine where they are using to take out gravel, as far as I know, and that's it. We have it. And now I'm going to show you a little bit slow the process, how to gather most of the information. First of all, okay, we can see this one in Google Earth. Already we have some information. We know that it is close to Ma'ara and Al-Saham, but I don't like so much to work on Google Earth. That's why I open Global Mapper, because Global Mapper helps me to have more information at the beginning. It takes some time to open Global Mapper. Sorry, since we are not so many, and I might speak too quick or I might not be clear, feel free to stop me and to jump in and to ask questions. Like you remember of the session of yesterday, Global Mapper is a software that is very useful for terrain analysis and downloading imagery and online maps. And as well, Global Mapper is very good because it opens almost any type of files, and it can export any type of files in any type of format. I mean, I speak about drawing files and mapping files. In that case, I will open straight away my KMZ file received from the field. Okay, is this one. What, from this shape only, I can already estimate the size of the file of the new camp. Just clicking on feature info, and here I have already some information. I know the perimeter is 3.5 kilometers, and the area is 0.31 square kilometers. Already this one gives us an information how many IDP theoretically it could host. I just take the area, I divided the area by 45 or by 50, and I can estimate the maximal capacity of the site. And this is also something that you write down on the report. But let's start. What first we do, we see where it is georeferenced. We zoom out a little bit, and going on this icon, we connect to the internet, and we take the imagery. It's actually like Google Earth. Okay, we don't see it anymore. It's here. Okay, we don't have the name here, but in that case, we take Wall Street map as well. Okay. Oops. Not very good. Okay. In that case, we switch. We are going to use Global Mapper not for the georeferencing, but we are going to use Quantum GIS. What we have to do, we have to open the site with Quantum GIS first. Sorry for that. I open Quantum GIS. Okay, 1 second. Because we see that the imagery that we have here is not that good, and as well OpenStreetMap is not that good. But Quantum GIS has a much better map. It takes some time to open Quantum GIS. Okay, I forgot. Sorry, afternoon. We have now to export this KMZ boundary in a format that is good for GIS. And this is shapefile. First of all, we have to be sure that the projection of this shapefile is a metric projection, because later we are going to use the same area in AutoCAD. That's why we need metric projection. To be sure that we are on the right projection, we go to Tools, we go to Configure, and we check the projection. The projection, it's UTM and 37. Like I was telling you yesterday, in your area, this is the best metric projection that you can use. And in the tutorial, you will understand why is the best projection. Now we export this one for Quantum GIS, for GIS. Export. And vector, it's a vector. And we export as a shapefile. Okay, it would ask you where to export. It is day 3. We call it emergency site shape, and we export it. Okay. Now with Quantum GIS, we can open it. First of all, we check that we are at the right projection in setting, option, CRS, use default projection is UTM 37. It's correct. Okay. And now we can open it. New project. We open that one. It's a vector. And we have day 3. And it is emergency site shape. This one, add. Okay, we have it here. Now we see in Quantum GIS is much easier to have a look, because here we can have roadmap, terrain, and also here on the web, you have plenty of background maps. Most of you don't know how to use Quantum GIS. To have this background map, for example, OpenStreetMap, now it looks better, you have to install a plugin. It is not automatically loaded when you download and install Quantum GIS. And a plugin is just, you go here, you write manage plugin, and you look for the necessary plugin. For the maps, for the background maps, you need to install plugin called Quick Map Services. To find it, just go here, search Quick Map, you will find Quick Map Services. You click on it and you install it, and then you will have it. In my case, I have it already, so I don't need to install it. Having that, you will have here a lot of background maps, not only Google Earth, but you might have Bing Map, you might have NASA Map, OpenStreetMap, many other sources. And the other way to have background map is with this one on the browser on the left. You have 4 types of map. You can have the satellite map, you can have the terrain map. Oops. You can have the terrain OpenStreetMap. Terrain map apparently is not working. And you can have the road OpenStreetMap. I have it already. Road map. Let's see how it looks like. So at this point, doing like that, put the terrain is here, I can start to georeference my new site. Why I do that? Because somehow I have to explain to the donors and to the chiefs and to the organization where is the new terrain. Doing like that, I can already say that my terrain is north east of Al-Tarif, and I can even tell it is doing like that. I write 2.3 kilometers north of Al-Tarif. It is south of this village. I don't know the name, if it is Arabic. Then if I check the satellite map, I zoom in, I can tell, okay, here I have a mine in the middle. I do it transparent so I can see what is inside. Symbology, I do it transparent, no brush. Okay, so I can see what is inside. I have no building inside, but I have some building around here. I have an access road from this side. I have an access road from this side. All this information are going to be mapped later. If I go here, I can see other type of maps. Let's see, let's take one. GIS lab, no idea what is it. Let's see if it happens. Google satellite, add, let's see. Yes, I have also the Google satellite is this one. I can take other information here. Let's check if I can find other type of maps. OpenStreetMap. Oh. Let's see if I can find searching. Doesn't find this type of map. Maybe give some time. Okay. Yes, you have plenty of maps. It just matter to browse and to try to find other type of maps. Why do I look for so many maps? Because any type of maps will give me some more information. Let me see this one. Satellite Cosmos Minsky Russian map. Let's see if it shows something. This one. Yes, this one. Very difficult to understand what it shows, but it's another type of map. No idea. You see here on the right side, you have green dots. When you have a green, it means the map is existing. Open map surfer, no idea what is it, semi-transparent. There are so many maps that you might browse and see what they show. You can get more information. Let's see this one, the Swiss map, Swiss style. Apparently doesn't work. Open humanitarian, let's see the humanitarian, what it gives. Ah, interessant. Some other information, it might be. Anyway, why I do that? Let's go to OpenStreetMap. OpenStreetMap here. Okay. Here, once I have this map, I can make a nice map out of it so that people can georeference it, and I can present it on a report. And with Quantum GIS, it's a good platform to make maps. So you go just on Layout Manager, you make a new map out of the empty layer, create. I call it emergency site, Okay. Now I have the map layout here. I drag in my map, add map from here to here. And the good thing of the GIS is that you will have the legend automatically generated. You have the measurement tape automatically generated. You can write a nice title. I will put a nice title on this map, title, sorry, here. Put the title here, on the center, on the middle, position side, rotation, frame, no background, so I can write the title here. Emergency site, Syria. But maybe I can do it this, be bigger, like that, and then I will put the, here, you see that's 2 kilometers, the site is here, then I can put the legend, automatically generated a legend. Okay, this is auto update. I don't want, because if you have auto update, all the layers are going to be displayed automatically. I just take out all these layers, which I don't want to display. And then I take out this layer. Okay, also this one. You see I write here legend. Okay, here I have already my map, and then I can, this is the site, the legend. If you look, you see this color black here, it is exactly like this one. Now I can start to write on the map all the information, here, text, with background. So I can start to write how many cubic, how many the size of the camp, how many refugees it can host, how many kilometers far from these villages or from the other village. And once the map is finished, you print it out on PDF or as a picture, and you can add it to your report. And then, of course, you can add your logo of your organization, and your presentation starts to look a little bit more professional. But what else can I take out of Quantum GIS? If I take OpenStreetMap, I hope it's this one, but it's Arabic. Let's see if I can find something which is not Arabic, because I cannot. Open Street. 1 second, okay. Russia, plenty of maps. Okay, Deutsche. Let's see this. No, this is red, nothing. OpenStreetMap, friends. I have to find OpenStreetMap. You see how many maps you can find here. Let me see this one. All Arabic. Cannot read Arabic, sorry for that. I take, maybe I can take the hybrid. Okay, take this one. Okay, here is maybe is better in that case. Okay, we have our site. It's here. I can write on my report. Okay, I see that here I have a big city, Al-Atarib, and I have all the city here and the city here. In that case, I will have to investigate if in Al-Atarib we have already a hospital or a health center, if my new IDP people on the new site can be referred to this site or not. At the same time, I can see if in Al-Atarib there is a school, maybe not for the primary school, but for the secondary school and the higher school, maybe the student can refer to this village because it's not that far. And all this information can be added in the report. Additionally, for the water and for the wash, I can see how Al-Atarib and the other village are going to supply the water. Maybe they have an existing water system, and maybe I can already take contact with the water authority or water person of Al-Atarib and see how we can eventually connect the new site with Al-Atarib. Yes, I know at the beginning there will be water tracking, but on the longer term, it might be possible just to connect a pipe from Al-Atarib to the new site. All this information can be taken out from this map and need to be reported on a report. But now let's go back to Global Mapper. This is for the general issue, for the general information of the new site. But now we need also more detailed information. And here, it's the time that we are going to speak with the digital elevation model, because we need to know how is the land. We can, first of all, download the digital terrain model. It's this one, and start to make the contour line. Okay, we do the contour line of 1 meter equidistance. 1 meter. Now, this number here is not important. This also only show you the minimum contour, the minimum elevation and the maximum elevation displayed on the screen. But this number is more important. This gives you the resolution. We will simulate 2 extreme cases, and then you will see the difference. Global Mapper automatically generates, let's say, an ideal number, but we decrease the number, we put 10 only, and here 10, to see what kind of contour line is going to simulate. This is a high resolution. Clicking here, you can limit the analysis with all data visible on the screen, or you can even draw a box if you want. Let's do all data visible on the screen. And here you have the contour line with a resolution of 10 meters. It takes some time because it's high resolution. Okay. And now we do the same contour line with a smaller resolution to see the difference in detail. Still 1 meter, but a bigger resolution. Maybe 50. It's 1 meter here, 1 meter equidistance, but here we write, no, 100, we write 100 meters resolution. So this contour line, do have this on the screen. Okay, it takes much less time. Okay, now we can go on detail and see the difference. Okay, let's take out a second here. Okay, here is the high resolution. You see how it is very high resolution, and here it's the low resolution. You see the difference? It depends a little bit how much information do you need. If you zoom in with a very much, you need a higher resolution. If you want to show all Syria, you cannot use a high resolution. It's up to you to decide the resolution that you want to use. But we keep, for our example, high resolution, so we can really see more or less how the land is. You see this freely available digital terrain model is not that precise. For example, the mine in the middle here doesn't appear at all. So we don't have to rely 100% of this digital elevation model. But at least we have some information about the profile. Now, what can we do at this point? Yes, something else. You see these triangles. There is an option. I go back to that. Analyze, general contour. Okay, we speak 1 meter resolution. There is an option here. Create spot elevation points at minimum and maximum elevation. If you click on this option, you will receive those triangles. And those triangles are actually the highest spot and the lowest spot. And why it is important? It is important because maybe your wash person needs to put a reservoir. And it's important for him to know where is the highest point. And this is here the highest point for your site. This is one here. Let's take out this one. This is 362 meters. This is 369 meters. And this is 396 meters. So this is the highest point. So maybe he might put one reservoir here and might put one reservoir here if you need to make a small water supply network. At the same point, if there is a drain, we have the lowest point here and here, but we are going to speak later about the drain. What else can we do? We need to have an idea how this, before we put the tents on the shelters, we need to have an idea how the water is going to be drained. Because we don't want to put shelters on a wet area. And that's why Global Mapper is also good. Again, we display the digital elevation model. We zoom out a little bit. And we do the analysis of the watershed. Again, here we can have high resolution and low resolution. This is the stream cell count. If we put 100, it's a big number. We will see what happens. We have our site. I zoom in a little bit. The software automatically generated watershed area. This is, for example, one watershed area. It means when it rains, all the water going into this area will flow through this natural channel. All the water going through this area, raining in this area here, will go to this, through this channel. But I put a very big number, 100. So my site is divided actually in 1, 2, and 3 watershed only. If I put a smaller number, generate watershed, I put 10, no more, not 100, but 10 as a stream cell count, I will have a different result. Takes more time. Okay, now you can see. Okay, you don't see very well the site. I make it bigger. Area style, border style. Maybe width, I put it 3, and color, I put it red, so you can see the site better. Okay, not that much better. Let's do it a little bit different. Solid. Let's touch dot like that. Okay. Okay, this is you don't see it very well, but you see now our site, which is this one, has been divided in smaller watershed. That's why you have also more stream. So when it rains, this water goes like that and like that and like that. But important at this point to understand that there is no water coming from outside into the site. It means we have only to take care about the water that is raining actually over our site. We don't have to take care about water coming from outside, which makes our drainage easier. Like we have seen before, in reality, we have a mine here, and this is full of water, and we are a little bit worried what happens here when it rains. So what we can do, we can put 1 point on the mine. I take here 1 point, I put the point here, somewhere here. Okay, I call it mine, I call it mine. Okay. And then I just select this new point, select the point. You see now it is selected. I take away the imagery. The point is selected. I take away also this one. And I want to see what happens with the water of the mine, which is here. Where does it go? It goes this way, it goes this way. What happens with that mine? So I do the watershed analysis, but specific for this point. I can put another point here. So we have 2 points. Let me take another point at the mine here. Okay, I have 2 points. Mine 2, mine 2. I want to see. Okay, I select again the 2 points. Selected. I put my digital terrain model, and now I do the watershed analysis specifically to see where this water will run. generate watershed. But here I will click this one, trace flow from selected point. Okay, let's see. Okay, interesting. You see now. Okay, these points take the water from this small watershed, and here, sorry, I take away this one. We can see the water that from this point will flow this direction, and the water from this point will flow this direction. So I know that if there is something wrong with the water of this mine, this has to be somehow evacuated from this direction and not from this direction. Interesting to know. It's not finished what I can do. So now I know that here where I have these streams, here where I have these streams, and here I don't have to put shelter, but as well I don't want to put road, because if I put road, and I can put the road along the river, but I don't want to have those roads crossing the river, because crossing the river with the road means crossover, which are costly. So on the same way, I can determine where are the how you call it, where are the ridge. Ridge is actually the top of the mountains. If you put a road on a ridge, it is much better, because this road doesn't need culvert, and this road doesn't need drainage around it, and this road doesn't need that much maintenance, and it is cheaper because it is already on the elevated spot. So now I do a ridge analysis of my site. Again, you have to display first the digital elevation model, and you do the analysis of the ridge. Find ridge lines. Ridge line, again, we take the same 10, ridge count 10. Let's see, okay, tack. Okay, here we are. Now you see, on blue, we have the natural stream. On black, we have the ridges, the elevated point. Okay, I'm sorry for that. It's a mistake. I should not have selected this point. I redo the analysis. I cancel this one. Oh, before cancel, I have to save. Size 2. Okay. Okay, now I cancel as well this one. I redo the ridge analysis. Analyze ridge line. It will not work if you don't have displayed the digital elevation model. Analyze, find ridge, 10, 10, okay, voila, here it is. Now what I have here? Now I have the boundary, I have the natural drain, and I have the ridge. What I miss are the existing road. I need to know the access road. For that, I prefer to go to Quantum GIS, because Quantum GIS has better maps. I display a good map. Let me see this one, for example. Yes, here I have the access road. Obviously, is this one. I create a layer of the access road. To create a layer, you go here. You put the name of the layer on the right location. It's day 3, existing road. Good. Okay. It's a line layer. It's not point. It's not polygon. Okay. Now I can just draw. Here is the new layer, existing road. I editing. I open it for editing, and I add. I have one road this way. Okay. This is one road. But if I go to hybrid, maybe I can find even other roads. I just, yes, I have an access road here, a small one. Okay, road. Well, where else do you have road? I have roads here. Kind of. All the access roads up to here, road. Where else do we have access road? Okay, maybe when I'm here already, I can, now save it, save. I can also create a layer. No need for that. Okay, now I have created the road and I have saved it. And now I can import those roads in Quantum GIS. Sorry, in Global Mapper. It is state 3, element, existing road, shape. Okay, here I have the road. Okay, I just change a little bit maybe the size of the road so that they are better visible. Line style. Okay, those are the access roads. Now, what does it mean? If I do my layout, definitely I will not touch the existing road because those are existing, so I don't want to touch. But what I want to do is to try to avoid crossing drainage, water, and I will try to be on the ridge so that I will be able to have cheaper road. So it means my new road that I will plan are following. I add roads now with this one. I will connect to the existing road and try to be on this ridge. This may be one road. Okay, tack. New road. New road. This is new road, and also here, maybe up from here I have this road already existing. Maybe I can connect here, and I can make a new road like that, more or less like that. Okay, new road again. Doing like that, I have already the contour. Sorry, I have the contour. I have the ideal spot for the roads. I have the area of the water that I'm sure is going to be wet. So I know that my shelter is going to be somehow here in the middle, somewhere here, avoiding the drainage. Access will be through the road. Shelter will be around here, will be around here, will be around here, around here, around here. And this settlement will receive a more natural shape. It is not a square settlement. And now it's time to export, to write, to draw, let's say, the shelters and the communities. Of course, we need to know how looks one community. We need to know how big is one tent, how much space we will keep between the tents, how much space we need for school, how much space we need for child-friendly space, how many child-friendly space. All this information needs to be collected in advance. About that, we are going to speak next week, about standards. But whatever infrastructure we do, it will not be on the drain, and it will not be on the access road. So we have all this area. And now we have two ways to proceed. We can work on AutoCAD, or we can draw on Quantum GIS. Now I have a question to you. All of you knows AutoCAD, right? Can you tell me yes or no?
Yes, and for me, yes.
And I think most of you feel more comfortable to work in AutoCAD, correct? Than GIS. Probably yes. Let me see. here chat, 5 chat. Okay, yeah, perfect. Now, what does it mean? It means that we have to export all this information into AutoCAD. And it's easy. There is two ways to export. We can export each single layer independently and open it in AutoCAD, or we can export everything and then split it in AutoCAD. Both ways are possible. Let's export what we need in AutoCAD in one single document. So we will export in AutoCAD definitely the boundary. We will export the contour line, definitely. We will, let me see, no, not this one, this one. We will export, let me see. Yes, the streams. We will export, what is this? No, this is not important. We will export the ridge, the road, the new road, the existing road, and the new road. So now you see what I want to export is selected. Everything, if you look at any layer, is on the right projection. Metric projection 37 north. It must be like that. Otherwise, it will be not at the right location. Now we go easy, file, and export. All this is vector. So we can go to export as a vector. And this time we export as DXF for AutoCAD or DWG, as you wish. Tack. We go and we call it element. So all the elements of the new site. Take some time. And now we open it in AutoCAD. At this point, let me see where they are. The 3 elements. We can open it in AutoCAD. And at this point, I give my computer to Vaizi, to Mohammed. Mohammed, can you now take over my computer? Why is read only? Why? No. Okay. Now I give my computer to who wants to take over my computer, because I'm not good in AutoCAD. Who feel comfortable in AutoCAD? Mohammed, can I give it to you?
Okay.
Okay. So now, Mohammed, you can open this file. You can now you are on my computer, and you can open the file that we just have generated. It is element 2. Yes, this one. Why it's already? Ah, yes, of course, it's ready only because it's open in the global mapper. I have to close global mapper. That's why. I close global mapper, and then it will be fine. Now you can do it again. Still, now maybe because quantum GIS is always. I close quantum GIS, and then wait second, Mohammed. I close quantum GIS. Wait second. That's why. I have to close. Sorry. Save. Like 3. Perfect. Okay, I close quantum GIS. Now it should be fine. I close also this one. Okay, now it should be fine. Still.
Would you like to open the file read only?
Let me see. Why? Now it's not open anymore anywhere. It should be fine. Very strange. Should be.
I think we should change it to DWG because
Okay.
of type DXF.
Okay, maybe. Okay, in that case, I reopen Global Mapper and I export it in DWG. Maybe that's the reason. If we can eliminate. Okay, Global Mapper. Take some time to open. Mohammed, I take it now, exercise 2. Okay, now I export this one.
Yes, export to
Vector.
DWG.
I check on my mouse. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, 3 elements. Okay, I call it 4 so that it's easier to find. Okay, now you can try. I leave it to you. You have to change down. Yeah. Okay. You have it, Mohammed? Yeah.
Yes, I am ready, but it is slowly.
Okay, sorry. Okay, now we open it in AutoCAD, and now we have all the elements to start to plan our site properly. What is this? Okay. Now I leave it to you because I don't know how to use AutoCAD, but I hope that it's displayed. We have.
Muhammad, you can click double scroll.
Double scroll, okay. بحط زوم. I'm written zoom.
دبل سكرول محمد بتعطيك الريجن كامله المرسومه بالاوتوكاد. تمام.
double scroll how I can to edit double scroll. Should I write something?
لا دبل سكرول ضغط بيرجع لك بالزوم للخريطه كامله اللي فاتحها انت.
تمام اوكي شو اضغط؟
ما بعرف انت ضغطت هلا دبل سكرول طلع لك هيك؟
بدي اضغط زوم مشان يورجيني شكله المخطط.
لا بدون الزوم الغي كل الامر.
تمام اوكي.
لا اضغط دبل سكرول. هي فيه نقط غريبه فبيكون الملف صغير وفي نقطه ثانيه مثلا بعيده فبيطلع هيك. هيك.
Okay. Here we are. Now we have everything. Now the matter is to split or to show just the layer that you are interested to. But now we have the parameter to develop our site.
It's not showing me the layers. The layers here we can find or
Should
select
click
the layers.
on the lamp.
Okay. Then
yeah, to turn it on and turn it off.
First I should click on what?
On the lamp. Can you see it?
Okay.
Yeah. Beside the layer, go to the layers.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and you can click on the lamp beside the layer to turn it off. You should
For
turn it
example,
off.
stream. I will click on the stream layer.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, now just turn on just the boundary.
Boundary. Which one boundary?
It is called contour.
Counter line intermediate, line major.
Right. Maybe the name is could be.
You can try them. Yeah, you can try.
Everything, and then you will see what is there.
This is the first layer. Second layer. Counter line manager.
Okay.
Future attribute. Global maximum.
Okay. Then maybe you can zoom in on our area. Okay, fine. Now you see, now you have probably only visualized what is this, the existing road you have visualized, and the I think is the drain. Eh? No, what is the reach. You have only two layers. Somehow, what you have to do now is to visualize the reach, the drainage, and the existing road. And in between, you should start with your communities. You have to put the community according to the size. Now we don't have the real example. We don't know, but let's assume that the community is, I don't know, 60 by 80 meters. And then you have to try to put the community somehow between the reach and the drainage.
So now you mean we want now to draw the road, yes?
I mean, we have the existing road on this one.
Yes, in the black line, yes.
The black. Then we have this one, which is the reach. That's the optimal place to put the internal road because they don't need drainage, they don't need culvert. So what we should do, we should develop our site in a way that the shelters are in between the optimal road location and the drainage. You get the point?
Actually, no.
Okay, the drainage is clear. No? When it rains, the water will go through this drainage. You didn't display the drainage at this point.
Yeah, okay, but from where it will start the drainage line? For example, from here or from here?
Let's, first of all, show, display the drainage. They are not displayed in this. They are not displayed. It is reach line stream. It is stream. Okay, this one. Okay, this is the drainage. Okay, we know then if it's rain, the water is going towards the blue line. Okay, fine. And we know the black line, we know that is the highest point. So ideally, I don't say it's possible. Ideally, we put the access, the internal road or path there on the black line, so that when it rains, those black paths are going to be still accessible, and the water normally, automatically, on per nature, are flowing towards drainage. This means that our shelter should be in between the bridge, the bridge and the water. You get it? Did you understand?
So no, but I don't hear you. Last two words. What did you say?
So now we have these two elements. Again, the blue one is the water. When it rains, water will be collected there in the blue line.
Yes.
Naturally, yeah, without any human intervention. And we know that the black line is the reach. It means it's the, let's say, the top of the mountain, the top of the hill. So if we keep the black lines as internal path or internal road, and in between the internal road and the drainage, we should put our facilities.
Facility like bathroom and something like that.
Like shelters, like school, like everything what is human construction. The roads are going to be still passable during the rainy season, and the water will flow naturally towards the drain. And in between, we have our facilities. You get the point?
Yes.
Okay, now, at this point, we know that we should know how big is our, let's say, community. how big is our tent, how many school we need. We estimate how many people, then based on the standard, we know how many child-friendly space we will have. All about that we will speak later. But now you can start to develop, let's say we have the community is 50 by 80 meters, a community. Let's say an example, a community of 6 tents, I have no idea. And then you can start to draw the community on that. But considering the natural of the environment. You get the point.
So now I wanted to draw one community, 50 by and 80.
For example, yeah. And then you try to find a way. You know that you can easily make a road. It is more difficult to, let's say, to make a drainage on a wrong position. So in my opinion, drainage are more important. So you prefer to change a road than a drainage. You see what I mean? So this is now exactly, now you write your community like that. And then you start to play around where to put the community according to the topography of your land.
Too slowly, sorry.
Don't worry. The thing is, I cannot do it because I'm very bad in AutoCAD. I mean, the aim of this exercise is to understand, before starting to draw community and shelter and facilities, through the global mapper, we have to understand how the morphology of the land is, where we can expect water, where we can expect, where we have the road, and this is the aim of this exercise. And I don't know if I managed to pass the message.
Slowly, sorry about that.
No, don't worry, don't worry. I understand that you are very far away from me. Mustafa says that you can make the background in white. Eventually, maybe it's easier to see, I don't know.
Ayham asked me to continue instead of me, but I said to him, okay, Ayham.
Ayham, okay.
Ayham and Mulham, and I will help him in the translate, but it's too slowly. I don't know why.
Okay, I just have to see how to do it. Okay.
Well, I can help as well if you want.
Okay.
Faisal or how? Who? I give it to Faisal. Faisal, you speak just now, right? Or no, Rawan. It was Rawan.
Rawan, yeah.
Rawan.
I give it to Rawan now.
Okay.
You got it, Rawan?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Let me see. Remote control. How to accept abort. Rawan. No, you should have it now, Rawan. Now
I don't know why I didn't receive it yet, but
now you have it.
yeah, I have it. Okay. So
okay, I think the idea is clear now, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And doing like that, you will avoid to have just square settlement, just doing without any consideration of the morphology. Your new settlement will be much more natural, will follow a little bit the contour line, of course. You see, probably you have Rawan, you have two roads here, but this is just a drawing. This one road is not necessary, maybe can be removed, can be changed. Road can be easily changed. It's more difficult to change the drain.
Yeah.
But something I have to tell you. we are working on a digital terrain model which is not very precise. So if the digital terrain model is not precise, everything is not precise. That's why before really starting to implement the camp, you should have a better digital terrain model, and you have two options to do it: with the total station, for example, or with the drone. If you manage to have a better digital terrain model, everything will be much preciser.
Okay.
That's clear, right?
Yeah, it's clear.
No, just go to.
But I think it depends on the type of the road.
It depends on, yeah, of course, yes. I mean, these are internal roads. Maybe they are even path, even not road. But even a path, if you put a path over a drainage, you need a culvert, you need something, and during the rainy season, it might not be passable.
Okay.
But especially what you don't have to do, you don't have to put a community over a drainage. This is very bad, because then the people will have water in the tank during rainy season.
And the drainage are the blue lines, correct?
Blue, yes, exactly.
Yes.
Okay, so we have the community here. It's 50 by 80.
Yes.
And maybe we should have like sanitation blocks or.
Exactly. Then about the community, we will have to discuss about community, size of community, sanitation blocks, sanitation corridors. You will have a standard community, and this standard community, you just copy and paste it around your layout, avoiding the drainage. Okay. You get the point. We are not talking now about the type of community. We are just speaking about the drainage. Important is here to know where are the drainage. Important is to know where are the ridges, where are the best places for the internal road. And then we play around. And then we propose it.
And maybe it depends on the total number of beneficiaries in that area, or
of course,
the planned beneficiaries.
Of course, the size of your site is actually limited. If once you know how big is one community and how many families contains one community, then you just multiply as best as you can all the community, and then you will see at the very end how many community you can host in these very perimeters. But you do it on a way that none of the community will be wet. You do it in a way that all community are accessible all the year through a nice protected road. And community doesn't need to be horizontal. They can be rotated a little bit. They can be adapted to the reality. And additionally, if now in this case the area is not that steep, but if the area is very steep, of course the community needs to follow the contour line. You get the point, right?
Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
And then very soon during these 2 weeks that are still there, you will also learn how to import background imagery. So you can also work on an imagery georeference. At the moment, you are just working on a black screen, but it will be nice to work on Google Earth imagery. And even best, if you have a drone, you can have a recent orthophoto of the area, and then you can really work with precision. It works?
I'm trying to work on the white background. But
I cannot help you, I'm sorry. I'm really lost on this software.
No, don't worry. It's fine. I'll get back to the model that we have. So yeah. Maybe we can move just a little bit to the.
Yeah, okay, fine. That's it. And then but you know best how to do it. But of course, even a natural drain can be moved a little bit. If you see that this drain is really in a bad position, with some intervention, you can correct the natural drain. You just have to protect it properly. But
like this, for example.
Yes, you can do it straight, probably. But knowing that if you do it straight, this needs a bigger intervention, because you need the protection, you need to dig and everything. You get the point, right?
Yeah.
If you leave it like that, this will happen naturally without any intervention. As soon as you move a drainage, you need a human intervention.
Okay.
Clear, right? And normally, money is limited. And if we can save money on that, it's good. And money and time, of course.
Yeah, sure.
And
it's going to take more time than
of course.
money.
And you see, such an analysis you can really do in a short time. And if you put the tents on the right position at the very beginning, you may come after 3 months to improve and nothing will happen. But if you put the tent at the beginning on the wrong position, then people are in trouble when it rains. You get the point, right?
Yeah. Got it. Thank you.
So at the end, when you propose a new site, you have to deliver to the superiors several types of maps. Some maps done with GIS, where you can show all the surrounding, like a global analysis, villages which are around, where to take the water, where to refer the people for health, where to refer the people for education, how to access, distance from Aleppo, distance from the main town, distance from the market, all that's a social aspect. And then you can deliver in AutoCAD a technical drawing with the exact distance, showing where we assume to have the drain, where we assume to have the internal road, and where to assume to have the community. And that, and this is much more complete approach.
Yeah.
Clear, eh?
Yeah.
Yes, and then also community. We are going to speak next week about community corridors, sanitation corridor, and all this stuff. But a community can also be kind of modified. If we say 50 by 80 meters, in reality we can make half community or double community. You know, we have to play a little bit around and to be pragmatic and find solution. They don't need all to be so parallel like you are doing. They can really follow the stream, follow the contour line, and it's not a problem. No, I don't know what time is it. It's already. It's more.
3:30.
It's at 3:30.
3:30. I think we should go back to the main room. What do you think? To see what are doing our program. So, and then we can eventually have a chat on the main classroom. It's fine?
Yeah, okay.
Now let me see how I can. I stop now you remote control, abort control. Now I took back my control. And how to go back to school. Breakout room. Close all rooms. Okay. Now in 1 minute, all rooms are going to be closed. And we are going back to be together. And together, you can express your comment and tell me if the message went through or not. And yes, your impression about that. We still have half an hour.
Okay.
Well, now, if in 30 seconds, everything will be together again. Why Moses didn't join? Strange. Okay, too late.
No, I think it's all okay.
Just to tell you, this session is recorded,
okay. But for example,
and it will be
okay.
on the Padlet.
Muhammad, Yassin, just I have a precise question, because even it's an indication. But you think of this kind of approach, this kind of tool, without going into too technical aspect, might be useful for your job as a manager?
Yes, of course. And we learned a lot of things, like how to identify the surrounding and know the contour lines, and also from the last session, the water roads and everything. It's useful, and how to use the GEO app to identify the location on using Google Earth at first. Yeah, and everything. It's very useful and great to know the surrounding hospitals, everything.
Okay, because let's consider that if you represent clearly the situation on the ground, you have a better idea. And as such, you can take better decisions. I'm strongly convinced in that, because you can really put on paper, you can really map the information that you need, either be technical or less technical or non-technical. So this can give you, can provide an information mapping very useful during the decision-making process.
Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
Okay. Andrea, do you have anything to add?
No, just my team, we managed to, like you did from Google Earth, we went to Global Mapper and then to GIS, Quantum GIS, to see the environment, the villages around, referring hospital, referring school, main existing road. Then we did terrain analysis, the watershed, the natural stream, the ridges, and based on that, we could identify the spots where to put our facilities, our communities, and I think the message went through, but I would like to hear a confirmation from my team. What do they think about this process, or any suggestion? I don't know to whom. Let me see who is there. Who was drawing? Rawan, you were drawing. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think it was quite useful. Thank you for the session. And we worked on AutoCAD and like doing a planning for a site. So yeah, it was useful taking the information from GIS or QGIS to AutoCAD.
Fine. And of course, what now we have to be clear before we start to do any type of detailed drawing about the size of our shelters, about the size of our community. But I am pretty sure, Giorgio, you are going to speak about community size and all this stuff, right?
Yes, I will, particularly the next week. That is going to be more focused on the designing aspect. But again, we can come back of any specific issue, particularly on those here on the software, in a way that they can support your job. If you recall, we propose an exercise, the designing of an emergency settlement. This exercise is still on. I mean, if you would like, if you have the time to do that, I suggest you start from the KMZ file that we have used for this exercise today. You will find it in the Dropbox folder, and you must start from it. Start to familiarize with the two software, and particularly you will find 3 videos which can help you to move around. Don't forget there is the coaching time, which is even this afternoon after 1 hour at the end of this session. And again, don't forget to place your comments in Padlet in the session 3. You will find the tab participant contribution. If you have any question, please post it here. If you look right now in the Padlet session 3 participant contribution, you will see there is a post from Khalil. He was asking how to attach imaging into AutoCAD, and I have responded to the questions. So you can do the same. You can learn from this question and this answer and add more if you like. Okay.
Yes, so the assignment will be, all of us will work on the same KMZ file or on different locations?
Yes, but actually, for since we have 11 trainees, they have no technical background, they have a humanistic background. For them, there is going to be a specific task which will be put on Padlet probably tomorrow, but surely by the beginning of the next week, because something which is more precise, more interesting for you, and you can work at it. You can still use the software if you like for a proper mapping. That's not a problem. We might start from the KMZ file that we have put here, but precisely the text for the exercise, it will be put online in one of the coming days. Okay?
And again, I remind you, if you have trouble in finding the software, just ask me on the private email. I will show you a way to get the software.
Okay.
It's all from my side, Giorgio. I don't know, but we can stop even before. Up to you.
Okay, no, I'm okay as well. Sorry, my voice. I'm asking. My voice is disappearing. For me, it's okay as well. Unless, sorry guys, unless there are questions from your side. If you have anything to share specifically for today's session, you are welcome.
So we just wanted to ask for our group, are we going to go back to thermal analysis and the contour and the watershed issues or not?
Yes, for sure. I mean, please consider that, yeah, we will send the registrations, definitely, but you're going to have a look on the reading materials and the tutorials that we have put. If you look into, if you go to the main page of Padlet, you will say preparation materials readings. By clicking on it, you will go, you will be directed to a Dropbox page. Someone was asking me for how long this material is going to be available online. Is for sure for a few weeks after the completion of this training, but whatever you might find it useful, just download it on your computer. You have a folder which is called tutorials, and here you can find the tutorials that have been prepared for you, and also already a couple of videos, and of course all the links for YouTube, particularly for those who are very much interested in water simulation analysis. You will find plenty of tutorials, and we will be for you here during the coaching time available to respond to specific questions. Okay. Anything else? Guys?
Yeah, for me, it's fine.
I think it's for me, it's fine too. Okay, I forgot to put on pause the recording, but never mind. So maybe Andrea, you will cut the final part, just the last few minutes.
Yes.
And it will be that the recording of these two sessions is going to be published on Padlet as well. You will have the link and anything. And please, in your comments of the days, please post if you wish us to deepen certain topics, if you wish to talk about again about specific arguments or topics. We are here right for that. Okay.
Fine.
Okay. I think that's it. And we were pretty quick today, so and actually precise. For the first time, we managed to finish at 4 o'clock. So and thank you.
Thank you, Giorgio.
Okay.
Thank you all.
Thank you for
Thanks a lot.
listening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The
Bye bye.
next session will be on Monday.
Okay.
So we'll send that out. Okay.